Gilmore Girls season is upon us. It's September, the days are getting shorter, the air is a little bit more crisp in the mornings, and there's definitely an overload of Gilmore Girl content on my algorithms right now. So I wanted to join the conversation by doing something a little bit fun. I want to create the makeup bag that I think Rory Gilmore would have, only using stuff that I already own. I don't want to buy anything to kind of recreate her bag. I want to do it solely with the stuff that I already have. So it's kind of like a shop my stash kind of situation, choosing the products that I think would fit Rory, not just because of her coloring or the makeup she wears on the show, but more like based on her personality, what I think she would use out of the stuff that I already have. I'm actually wearing what I chose for this makeup bag right now, so we're gonna go along with it and just do a little fun shop my stash slash makeup bag, capsule makeup bag. I don't know, this is just me having fun. So let's get into it. The first thing that I chose was the actual makeup bag that she would use. So I have quite a few makeup bags. I am known to be a hoarder of makeup bags. I love them. I really enjoy a good makeup bag. And I do try to rotate them around quite often. So for Rory, I've chosen this one. You saw my last what's in my bag video. You've seen that this is currently what I carry around in my bag with some extra nappies and stuff for my baby. But I took those things out because I think that this would be the kind of makeup bag that Rory would use. So it's kind of feminine. It's like nice and simple, but it still has something going on. It's quite roomy, even though I don't think that she would have that many products. She probably got this at some kind of fair they do in Stars Hollow. So I'm going to be using this to put her makeup into. And yeah, I just really like this makeup bag. Okay, so first thing that I think that she would have in her makeup bag, and this is not makeup at all, but it's a sunscreen. I think Rory is the kind of girl that would have her sunscreen in her makeup bag so she doesn't forget to wear it. So this is just mine. This is a Nivea one, but I do think that she would go for a drugstore option. I wouldn't take her as like an expensive skincare kind of person. So I think that the Nivea one is actually a pretty good match for her and that she would have this in her makeup bag. So now for the makeup, I just wanted to kind of clear up first that I'm thinking of a Rory that's more in college, the late college years, so season 6 and 7. I think that's when Rory would have discovered a little bit about herself and maybe wear some makeup more intentionally. After sunscreen, I don't see Rory wearing like a heavy foundation or anything like that. Maybe she would wear a skin tint, maybe she would wear like a tinted moisturizer, but I think that she would also jump straight to concealer to just cover up a little bit of redness. Rory has very light skin, and I do feel as a fellow pale girl, I think that she would suffer from redness as well, especially when the air is getting a little bit colder. So I've chosen this. This is the Maybelline Eraser Concealer. And I chose this because she would 100% be a drugstore girly first. So I don't think that Rory would spend a lot of money on makeup. She's a very practical person. She's very academia and work oriented. She's too busy with her studies and stuff like that to go to like a Sephora. I think that she would just pop into a drugstore and buy the first thing that she saw would fit her skin tone. So I think that the Maybelline Fit Me is 100% the product that I see everyone has, regardless of whether they're into makeup or not. So I think of my friends who aren't into makeup content, so they wear makeup in their daily lives, but they don't consume makeup content. So they're not influenced by the viral products or anything like that. And I would say that almost all of my friends have the Maybelline Eraser Concealer. This is like such a staple. This is actually the first concealer that I had, not this one obviously, but like this actual one because it's been around forever. I used to wear this when I was in university a million years ago. This is like a product that's been around for a while, and I definitely think that Rory would have picked it up because it's like everywhere you go, there's a Maybelline stand, and this is everywhere. This is announced everywhere. It's a classic. So I think that if she would have picked up a concealer, she would have gone for like the popular one. To set that concealer and maybe like control her shine, she would also go for Maybelline. I got the Maybelline Fit Me here, which I absolutely think that she would use as well. I got this one recently because I went away for the weekend and I forgot half of my makeup bag. So I had to pop into a supermarket and buy like a quick powder. And I got this one because I just know that it's also a staple for a lot of people. And I definitely think that Rory would be using Maybelline. She just screams Maybelline girly to me, like easy, reliable drugstore stuff that's quite cheap, but you know, it's been around for a very long time, so you've always heard of these products. So if she would go into a drugstore, she would absolutely just go for brands that she knows and has heard of. So these two as complexion products, I 100% see Rory being like the Maybelline girly. In terms of blush, there is one viral product that I do see Rory being a fan of and actually wearing, and that is the Rare Beauty blushes. I 100% think Rory would be a Rare Beauty girly, and this would be the kind of item that she does spend money on. It's very classy, very feminine, very simple. Those are the kind of attributes I think that she would appreciate from the Rare Beauty blushes. Maybe this is something that she got for her birthday or something like that. Like, I don't think she would actively spend the money on it just because it's viral, but she's the kind of person to wear something viral without even knowing that it's viral, you know? Like, she wanted to treat herself to a blush. She went into Sephora and picked this because she loved the packaging and like the fact that it's more or less a clean product. And then she would find out months later that these are like extremely viral, but she wouldn't know because she's not, you know, she's not into that stuff. I specifically have the color Bliss because I used to have Hope, but it was way too purple on me. So I tried Bliss, which is much more of a peachy tone. It still has a lot of pink in it, but the peachiness kind of counteracts the purple and it shows up a lot more natural on me. This is also one of the more forgiving ones in terms of pigmentation. You can put a little bit more of this on than just a tiniest dot and it's not going to look clownish on you. You can blend it really easily. So it's not like the other colors that you have to use like the smallest amount, which I don't like in a product. I think that a product has to be hassle-free and you kind of have to be able to blend it without suffering. But back to Rory, I think that this is definitely something that she would have in her makeup bag. I chose another cheek product. I don't have Benetint, I have Floritint because I prefer the shade quite a lot more. But I do think that with Rory's complexion, Floritint would look better than Benetint, which is a little bit deeper and more purple. But this is also one of those more viral products that she didn't even know were viral and she picked up because she wanted something that it's multi-use. She would see the practicality of a product that you can use on your cheeks and your lips and she would go for that without even knowing that these are like some of the most famous products by Benefit. Rory would love a multi-use product because she's, again, a very practical girl who would absolutely appreciate having to only carry this if she's staying over somewhere or traveling or just has like 2 minutes to get ready in the morning. And the other lip product I chose is actually a tinted lip balm. This is the Nivea Cherry Shine. I absolutely love this. I actually prefer this to the blackberry one. I think the blackberry one is too purple, whereas this one has a hint of pink, which actually is visible on paler skin without being too obvious. I don't see Rory wearing like bold lipsticks or lip liner or things like that. Maybe lip gloss, but a tinted lip balm is something I definitely see her like whipping out and just reapplying without even thinking of it. And it would add a little bit of color to her and bring a little life to her face. And it's also an extremely cheap product from the drugstore. So 100% she would choose a tinted lip balm like the Nivea ones. Lastly, I've chose two products for the eyes because Rory doesn't wear a lot of eye makeup. Her character doesn't wear a lot of eye makeup. I'm sure that there is some eyeshadow in there somewhere in a lot of scenes in the show, but it's definitely not meant to be obvious eyeshadow. So I didn't choose an eyeshadow to include in this makeup bag because thinking of her as a character, I don't think that she would have eyeshadow at all times. Like maybe she would have a palette from where she goes out, but it wouldn't be a part of her day-to-day kind of makeup look. So I chose a brown pencil liner because I do think that this is something that I do see her wearing. Black is maybe a little bit too harsh for her skin tone and her eye color, but definitely brown, which is much more subtle. A little bit of brown on the outer corner, which makes her lashes look fuller, but it doesn't actually add like a lot of depth because that might be too dramatic. Well, there goes your attention span because you're just gonna look at my cat now, aren't you? Anyway, to go with that brown pencil liner, I think that babe. Oh yeah. To go with that brown pencil liner, I chose a brown mascara as well because I do think that that gives her a little bit more of a subtle look, whereas black is just way too harsh for her. Although she does wear black sometimes, I can notice. If I were to go into the mind of the fictional character and not the makeup artist, I think that brown pencil and mascara would definitely be something that Rory would choose. So those are going into the makeup bag. In terms of tools, I'm using hourglass brushes because these are the ones I have and I enjoy using. But I think Rory would be a Real Techniques girl, 100%. I just don't have that much Real Techniques that would suit the makeup that I chose here. I have this one, which is good for cream blush. So I think that I could add this, but yeah, I think Real Techniques would definitely be the brushes that she used. Again, affordable, easy to find, they're popular enough that she would have heard of them, so she could buy them without having to investigate a lot about them. And I think she would buy the sets, like the ones that have a few brushes, like the travel ones maybe. She would definitely be a brush set girly. But anyway, this is what I envisioned Rory's makeup bag to be with the stuff that I already owned. And I used all of this stuff to do the makeup I'm wearing right now. And this is 100% a day-to-day look for me. So like I could grab this makeup bag right now and it could be my staple makeup bag for an everyday look. And I'd be happy with that. Let me know what you think would be in Rory's makeup bag. And I encourage you to try this, whether you film it or not, but try to recreate kind of characters, fictional characters, makeup bags, with the stuff that you already have. I've seen videos like this before. This is not something that I've made up, but most of the time when I see people recreating a makeup bag that a fictional character would use, it often includes products that they've bought specifically for this challenge, because there's always the viral products that we think would fit fictional characters. I didn't want to buy anything because I don't believe in buying makeup just for the sake of it. If you've been here a while, you know that I try to utilize everything I have as much as possible, and I think that this is a fun challenge and that I want to do it with other fictional characters. So let me know down below what other fictional characters you think it would be cool to kind of explore this challenge with. I hope you enjoyed my cat grooming himself while I was talking, because I'm sure that didn't distract any of you. It definitely distracted me though. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!